Okay, folks, I'm going live now. I'm sorry to be late, but it's 9:30 and I'm just waking up. So today, this is what I have going on. I'm going to get back to this one. I got to put the Pink Floyd one. I'm going to set it aside for a while, little bit, and then I'll get back to that one because I want to do some touch-up work on it. So let's get started. You can see down the bottom, down here, I have what I use for cutout. Even though it's yellow on yellow paper, it doesn't matter because I use it to cut out up here is the artwork, and we'll be adding some more stuff up there. But today I have to do some cutouts, and I have my X-Acto knife in that, and I think I'm gonna go on the bumper here and do some of the cutouts here on the bumper and maybe little bit around the headlights. I'm not 100% sure, but we're just going to work around, get some of the cutouts off of this. That's what I wanted. On the bumper. I like that part. So now, do I want anything else? I want that to, down here, I'm going to go ahead and shoot like the real light gray down there. And then the top of the bumper, we'll shoot it with the light blue. So that'll be that cut. And if I do the headlight with the same gray, I could do the bottom. Uh, I could do the center holes of the, not the center holes, but the center part of the light to have that with the light gray also. Yeah, we'll cut that part out also. I got the center part, and I could do the trim rings. There's some trim rings around the light. Maybe we'll cut that out also. Always save your pieces. This one got a little white line going right by that. But if I cut out the trim ring, it's just going to bother it. So we'll just cut that whole thing out. Let's cut. The duties cuts up once in a while is a little tricky. I think I need to switch up my razor blade. Get a sharper blade. That's all right. There you go. That's one down. Three more to go. This one, I shouldn't even do it. Because I have black down there. And I'm cutting out this little area there. We'll see. I think that black gonna be gray, end up being gray a little bit. Let's see what I got. A little raggedy, but it's okay. That'll work. Right. Two more to go there. Now to the other side. Hey, Poppy, how you doing? Good morning. I don't know if it's morning for you or not. I said this kind of white line going through it. This bottom one. I'm trying to get these cut out of it. The top one I did that. See, it's got that white line going there. But on the bottom one, we got the white line, same white line, but it's going right there by the beam of the light, or the photon of the light. Photon, you look it up, is the speed of light. So, So the center part is the photon, and this outer part is the like a cast shadow from the bumper going up. So what I got, like I said, I'm gonna end up brushing in. So I'm like, nah, I'm gonna cut it short. Because that gives me something to go by when I go to do the paintbrush. Yeah, I learned what a photon is when I used to do fiber optics. I was doing fiber optics for this one company called Photon Communication. And he said the photon is the center of the light, the speed of light. It was fun doing the fiber optics in a way, because we had to sand, back then, we had to sand down the fiber optics. We did the whole 9 yards, sand it, shoot it, so we could see it at the other end. We were doing airports at the time. We were doing Reagan National Airport in Washington, D.C., the Dulles Airport in D.C. We were contracted by AT&T. Let me flip this over and see what I got. And that's that. What I'm cutting out here is called, they call it the trim ring of the headlights. Some people call it the trim ring, and some people call it the beauty ring. I call it the trim ring. because that's all it's doing is trimming up the headlight. That's usually a chrome piece. So remember, that's what I'm cutting out is the trim ring. Now we'll flip it over. See if I got what I got cut here. Like that. Can take it a little bit more. That's it. That's it. That's what I want to do to gray. Oh, cool. You're on the East Coast like me. Yeah, try to, yeah, keep mentioning it on live when you go on people's, yeah, when you go online. Uh, Mention it to Instagram if you have Instagram or Facebook. If you got Facebook page, mention it on there. Just put it down exactly how what your page is. I think you had it as Bobby 76 YouTube channel. Because like mine is Michael McClung 5357. That way everybody can find your channel right away and that. Because that's important. Then you start getting people. I didn't know that you had to have uh like over 1,000 people to be able to do certain things, certain promotion in that. It's like I have 50 something and I was able to go live through live stream. And that's pretty cool. I'm here just to teach my what I know about cars in a way. If I do when I do the car pictures, it's like I said, uh, what I just did, the center of the headlight, like it is a photon, but this is a different part of the headlight alone because it's a thing and it goes in the headlight and it'll put the light in there. The rest of the part of that headlight is all chrome. So this part goes in there and that. On these new cars, it's completely different. They come with that center part in there. And then, like I said, on the outer part of these headlights, the round headlights, they call it they call it a trim ring or a beauty ring. And like I said, I'm just gonna when I do my as I do my channel, I'm teaching different things about different parts of the car and that. So as I try to remember to sh- tell everybody what the parts are and that. Now, like the bumper on here, it has this is the tag area, but your shadow is in a recess area of this bumper. The way the bumper was in, I think it's a 68, but it has like a little recess area of that. This is not really recess. This is just your shadow line from the view and everything. But I noticed also on this bumper, compared to some of the other bumpers back in the day, they had round things, and those were to hold the bumper on there. For some reason, on this one, it doesn't have the bolt holes. It's bolt holes that hold the bumper on there. Now, the trick is on new cars and that or these ones that the hot rod picks up in that, they took the bolts off of there and they put the bolt on the inside of the bumper. They could weld it on the inside, and that way you don't have them the bolt holes, the circle you'll see on side some of your pictures of the bumpers, because they'll weld it to the inside, then they'll bolt it from the back side of the bumper. That's some things too. That's probably why this bumper doesn't have it. It's a custom made hot rod. So little things like that. Um, that's pretty cool. Some of the stuff they do nowadays on the hot rod and compared to the way the car is. And and nowadays, if you take the ones new and that, like they said, they're the scan, the scanning of the stuff. You have the new cars now have the airbags and all that. These cars back then, they didn't have airbags, and some of them didn't even. They only had lap seat belts, not the shoulder seat belts. Some of them did, some of them didn't. It was the option. But nowadays, they want you to have it. All right, so I'm gonna see if I can put this one there, and do this gray part. Let's see if we could. Like it, like it. Everything seemed good to me. Alright, let's lock it down. Still looks locked in good. Can never have enough magnets. Next week I will not, probably will not be doing a live stream. A buddy of mine, mother passed away, and so they're going to have the viewing next Saturday. Uh, I did meet her. Was a very nice lady. So next week I'll be attending that on a Saturday. And if I do a live stream next Saturday, it's going to be well past 9 o'clock. So right there we have it set up to where I'm going to do the gray. All this is going to be gray, the light gray. It's like how it is on the bumper. But I'm going to do it in the headlight area, the beauty rings. I thought I had that cut out. Shouldn't do this because I ain't as good as Steve. Oh, I know why I didn't cut it out. I knew why I didn't cut it out, because if I cut it out, I'll end up losing the whole circle. Just like how over here it's so light that I did cut it out that it's barely hanging on. Here it's a lot more that I got around there. But these, what I have going, even though I come back with the paintbrush and brush that in a little bit. That's some of the stuff you have to do on this one. And yeah, I have to change the blade on this one. You see, it's squared off at the top. So, and I have plenty of blades, so we'll trim them up or fix this blade later on. But now we're gonna get the airbrush out and my gray. Now I did watch his Bill the other night. He was using Tuesday night. He was doing the artwork and that, and then he was putting Indian ink over top of regular painting and that. That was on that shark painting. He was doing the ink on top of the Cretex, which I did. I had to verify that before I tried that. Bobby, I've probably been airbrushing or I've been doing it about 3 years now, 3 to 4 years. I've been always wanted to do it. Always wanted to airbrush and that, and uh, the one time I got an airbrush, to me, that airbrush wasn't no good. It's not as good as the airbrush they have now, and so, uh, and then I got, like I said, I didn't have like good airbrushes like how Tim makes his airbrush. You got the Wada airbrushes. This is a really good airbrush. Tim's airbrush. I like this one with the big cup. I do got the little cup, but the big one's working good now. The little one I got, I'm gonna have to get dial into this one now because this one was my workhorse, and now I might have had the paint dried up inside there, and it's not um, spraying too good, and it's I'm gonna have to give it a good spa day, I guess that's what they call it, and clean it up. Hey, Good morning, Mr. Steve Leahy. Yeah, get back into the Chevelle. Uh, but I've been airbrushing for like 3 years, 3 to 4 years now, and been getting into it. So that's not bad, Bobby. And by watching the other artists like Steve and Tim, Tim and everybody, it shows you a lot of different tricks of cutting stuff out. It's helped out a heck of a lot. Um, but cars, I think, is my thing because I know cars. Like I said, the they call it a beauty ring or a trim ring around the headlight itself. The bulb is the center part of the headlight, and I found out that that bulb, if you think about it, the bulb is the photon of the headlight. The photon meaning the smallest decimal of light, and the bulb would be the photon, the smallest decimal of that light. And then the like I said, the ring going around the headlight, they call it either a beauty ring or a trim ring going around there. And then, like I said, on the bumper here, you'll notice on the bumper, it doesn't have the holes that hold the bumper to this. Being this car is a custom car, they took the bolt holes out and they welded the bolt on the back of the bumper. So on the back side of that bumper, you'll have the bolt where it attaches to the car, and they'll have and just bolt it right up to the bumper, like up to the car like that, with the bolt being on the opposite side of the bumper. And this kind of looks like they took the tag area out because some states don't have it to where you have to have the front tag, so they took the tag out. And then, like I said, the shadow here, this is the shadow line. It's not an indentation of a bumper, just the shadow line of the sun going down to it. But they cleaned it up. But it doesn't look like they cleaned it up all the way because it looks like there is a tag spot there. But you notice there ain't no tag bolt holes and stuff like that on these cars. You learn a lot of the brakes. They got the caliber brake. Here's the caliber there, and stuff like that. The mirror. Like I said, doing cars and that's my thing. I've been working on cars and knowing some of these older cars because I grew up with seeing them every day. But like now, I'm gonna go ahead and do the gray. Get the gray in. Hopefully that stays closed. They stay. But I gotta make the gray up, or do I? I might be able to do it. I don't know how much I got in here. Better well. Nah, we'll make the gray up. No biggie. And I like working. Oh yeah. See, I got the my black. I got me a new. That's my paint mixer now. Instead of doing it with the popsicle sticks. I couldn't find a plastic one. I got a metal one. So that's pretty cool having the metal one. Because I could use this thing. Uh, and just clean this one off. That's pretty cool having this. I could use it want to do a different design in there or whatever. But I have to watch it. The magnet does stick to it. But you can use it to do like certain lines if you want. And then do your airbrush and that. That's pretty cool. And I got I do have my 4021. I've been using it. I can't say anything about it right now because I just got this in not too long ago. I haven't tried it all the way, but it seems like it's doing good, just like any other reducer. Uh, I haven't noticed a difference right now. Of course, with me in the automotive world, don't pay no mind. You just got to get used. No matter what you use, you just got to get used to it. It all has its tricks. And See, even though I mixed it up with that, the strainer and that, still good just to put the lid on there, give it a shake. It's alright. That's the gray I wanted. I ain't going down to rocket science to see how close I am, because when you spray it, it'll you'll see what it does. So I still got stuff in this. Well, I know what I got in there. That's just residual from last night when I was playing around. Just turn this on. Just spray it on lightly. I don't want to blast it. That's the first little bit. I think that's the next big thing I need to get. Ticket item. There's a couple different big ticket items I need to get. But I like to get the solid air. That's a big ticket item compressor. But what I'm using then, what I use as an air compressor is the I got a wa- Iwata Silver Jet. That's what I'm shooting with, and it ain't bad. It's still good. I like it. Does its trick. Long as I keep shutting it off as I turn it on, turn it off. It's working fine. I think I bought that for hundred. I want to say $175. Wasn't too bad. What I want to say, I'm not sure, but it is the Wada Silver Jet. It ain't bad, but I got I can get air compressor and stuff like that. But working in the house that I use that. Oh, hi Ted. The other day you were on here too. Yeah, this I've been using. I'm using your airbrush, Timothy. Yeah, Oh, Tim, I did watch your angel painting, and she looks dynamite. That's pretty neat that how you have that the angel wings. Now you can add it to different portraits if you want. And that's the one thing I take away from doing airbrushing and that is how you could take parts off of one thing that you have painted. This is me thinking. I could take, like if I want to build another, just build a hot rod itself, make my own car, I could take parts, like take this off to paint another picture, like take the grill out here and add it to another car if I want to do stuff like that. As you get going in that, you could do different things, like take the wheels from this painting and add it to another painting. That's stuff that you could do later on if you keep, like how Steve says, is keep a file, your file from your paintings and that going. So it's like same thing with Tim. You could take like your background of the wings and add it to a person. That is a cool thing to be able to do stuff like that, in my opinion. Because I'm going to take like doing different paintings later on as I get going. I could take stuff like that, like even the windows and stuff like that, and add them to different cars. Even where I did a car, my Corvette or the Camaro car, where I added the exhaust coming out the side, I could add that exhaust onto a hot rod if I wanted to make another hot rod. Stuff like that you could do with your paintings. And I like that idea. Watch some of the car shows on TV where they take I think it was a Nova, and they took a Chevelle quarter panel and add it to the Nova, and it's a little subtle difference that you don't notice. This is a real car, mind you, I'm talking about, where you don't really notice it, but the body lines all matched up to the car, and it's the same thing you could do with these car paintings if you want to do a whole different side of a car. If I had another one, I could take it and add it to another car. Different things like that will come along to where I'm thinking about. And on this background, you can see it here. It's just a plain background. I could add whatever background I want. So now I have an idea of a background. I'm going to do the whole thing like that. But the background I'm going to do, let's show you. Now the background I'm going to do on this one is going to be using this. So this is going to be completely different. I can tilt it either way I want. But when I add it on to the painting and that, it's like how this part is so thin in that area, and it has all that, and it's got this area too. So I'll take this as my light source your light source comes down this way. So I'll take this small part and add it right there by the your windshield and that, and have the light source come that way. And then for the bottom, you could do the same thing. Is just like set it up to where you think it'll be good, and just shoot your light like that. Now that's how the the shape of it is. I could twist it one way or another. Either way I wanted to do it. But I could add this part different ways to the car. See how it's going to go that way, and then you got all this here going that way. So it's like all kinds of different ways your eyes will travel on doing something like this to a painting, to even the car painting. But this is a cool, I like this stencil. I think it's a pretty neat one. But I have a bunch of different ones like this to add to different things, to do a different setup. And, and it's pretty cool that how when you're doing painting, you don't have to just do for this. This is just playing around. This is nobody. I'm just doing it as for myself. But it's cool that you could do on paintings and stuff like that. That you could add your own personal touch in a way, and that's what I like. That. All right, so that's taken care of. Like I said, I got the beauty ring or whatever you want to call it, the bumper. It's like the shadow down the bottom of it. The beauty ring. I call it a beauty ring. And then the center of the headlight. I got it grayed out. That's that part. And there's the beauty ring. So now I could take and add my bumper part. I could add that on there and then go ahead and shoot blue across the top. And yeah, I think I'll do that. Shoot the blue on the top of the bumper. Yeah, that doing different backgrounds and that I like that. I mean, I got so many. I've been collecting like old. I've been collecting calendars. I try to collect some old calendars that have cars on them, and I'm going to the backgrounds of some of these calendars have different sceneries that I could add to the picture and that too. Like one car, there's one car going downtown, and it's on a downtown street, and it has the building in the background, and that's pretty neat too. And then some cars in the country where you got different mountains and stuff like that. You could add them kind of backgrounds to it, and sometimes you just leave it plain, like how this one is plain, and add different backgrounds to them. Or I have a lot of different stencils to where I could do different shapes in there. Um, you could do flames in them that if you have that stencil, and lace. I could do lace in here if I really wanted to get into doing the lace. Um, Gerald Mendez has his different things. I could, like, if I wanted to customize the car, I could still put like different things like that on in there. It's like if I wanted to customize it, just tape off that area and just shoot that little bit right there. Shoot a little bit right there, or do the roof or the hood. Same thing. I just shoot. You can still shoot little things like that in there and make a difference of how the light is. For the tree wise, if I want to say there's a tree over here, I could do that. Just shoot that, and that'll look like leaves or something like that, where it look like leaves or something right there as a shadow line. You think of things like that. These are different good stencils to do different things. And here's another one that's got different things on it too. I have these at my handy position. And I see stuff when I'm walking down the road, just pick it up and say, huh, that'd make a good stencil for something. So if I was like to do a person and that, or Sippity Sam, is that the one guy? I felt this right walking down the road. I was like, oh, that's cool. That's like a mustache for Sippity Sam. I could do on there. And it's plastic too. And I felt it. I thought it was cool. And I was also thinking that it could be part of your flower, your leaf on the flower, and that you could do it that way too. So as if you see it walking down the road, pick it up. You might need it one day. And stuff like that. I think of different things can make a different stencil. And that's the way my mind thinks about this stuff, doing the artwork. All right, let's take magnets off of here and see what we got. Oh, and how'd everybody like that Mike Tyson fight? I think the best thing about that fight last night was the girls' match, and that the girl who lost, I thought she did a heck of a job for her lightweight category that she was in. She came in there and she got head butted and everything like that. She didn't lose hope, and that was the cool thing about that girls' fight, in my opinion. I thought that was the best fight. The first fight wasn't too bad either, but the girls' fight was the best. And Mike Tyson and that fight, to me, that wasn't. I definitely wouldn't have paid for pay per view on that fight. I would have been mad about that one. But that's how old Mike is, and you get in the ring for a certain amount of time. That's it. And they said them gloves, their boxing gloves alone weighed 14 pounds. All right, see what we got? We got that in there. And that's not too bad. I could do darker on there if I wanted to add the darker color on that. That's pretty good. I got the light there, the center part of the light, like I wanted. And I got the beauty ring. They call it either a beauty ring or a trim ring. Have that there. So that's pretty cool. We got it all set up. Um, right now it just looks ugly, but always got to look ugly before it starts looking better. So now I can come here like this. The part that I cut out. Then I can put this back up on here like this. Now you see I have that right there protecting that. So now I come up here and shoot the lighter blue. It's so light that you can barely see it. So I could take this picture, take this, put it up there, take that, and now uh, I can put, yeah, let's do that first. Do that. Yeah. Now let me cut that out. I'm gonna cut this top part out. So I'm gonna cut this top part out completely and leave all the other stuff. But I'm gonna so we can paint the light blue in there. So that's my plan. Oh, welcome back, Steve. But I want that roll of tape. I need the roll of tape. I have my own tape. I had 3M tape. But that's only because I want to tape that up after I cut this out. Oh, and I did say, yeah, to have a nick the point out of the razor blade. So I don't know if it's going to work, but we'll try it. And as you cut it, at least for me, as I'm cutting, you see me put my finger. I don't know if you can see it on the phone or not, but I put my finger to try to keep it all tight while I'm cutting, and that helps the paper not to raise up while you're cutting. And see, I have that piece off of there. So now we have that piece off. I gotta save that piece, just like I did with that bumper piece right there. This is the other part of the bumper. So we'll save that part right there. Put my cap back on here on my X-Acto knife. Oh, I need to flip this over, and I'm going to tape these up and then use it for on there. So instead of putting the tape on the opposite side, I put it on this side. Because this way the tape doesn't stick to the painting. That way the glue is set the opposite way. So since this car is so close to the edge, and I don't want to see before when I was doing the gray and that, it didn't matter that the gray got on this around here. But now that I'm getting ready to shoot the blue, I don't want the blue to get out on the outside edge. So what I could do, and it's only a very little bit coming over here, I'm going to take a piece of the tape and I'm just going to put it on here like this. And then we have that. So that's over there, that over there. Now you can see I got the whole bumper out. But to line it up, I press that bottom part. As long as I have this bottom part and I can see some white, that is how I want it. All lined up. There. These magnets, I use these a lot. helps keep that paper down really good. So now I have there. So that'll be good. Now we have to do the blue. Now I can do the blue on this. I'll just put them on there. I don't have to do all that, but we'll do it for you guys. You guys and gals. Now do the blue in there. And you can see if when I do the blue in there, I have this white in there. I could add that afterwards with a paintbrush. But now I have this blue because I used the blue before. So I have it here. It's already mixed up. And I have it here. So I had two different ones. You can see this was the darker one and this is the lighter one. So we'll use the lighter one. Now I have this. This is some really good Gatorade. It's got all the paint in there. So if you want some Gatorade, this is good Gatorade. Has all my paint in there. It gets you through the day and through the night, and you might be taking a dirt nap if you drink this. Alright, so let's go ahead and I don't feel like dirtying up another airbrush. So I'll do that later. Right now, I want to take that gray and dump it in here. This is my 4011. Clean the paintbrush out with that, or the airbrush out with that. Let's put the lid on this. This is my lighter gray. We'll save that. Save it till I think it ain't. Later on. And since I'm getting ready to clean out the airbrush, I'll pull this out. Pull that out. Let me get. Now I have that. This pot's pretty neat to have this pot to clean your airbrush out. Tired of breathing it. Then see, I don't have it all the way out. I like to leave a little bit right there, and then take my paper towel, stuff it down there, give it a couple twists. I do a couple twists on it, and that's how it cleans it out. It's not 100% cleaned out, but it doesn't matter. To me, it doesn't matter. If you want to clean it out 100%, you're alright. And then the same thing with the cap here. I just take, clean that out. Because if you think about it, before you paint the, take the paint and put it on the, before you take, when you take a shoot out of this, if you think about it, no matter what's down there, you're going to clean it out anyway before you even shoot on your artwork. Uh, because you'll take the paint that you're using next and you'll test it on your paper. Hopefully, everybody does it. Test it on your paper. You'll see that color that you had in the paint gun, you'll see it come out on your test paper before you do it there. I shoot my gun a couple different times, even before that paint goes on there. So the color mixing and all that in that paint gun will not be on that artwork if you train yourself to always check your gun, check your gun before you shoot it on here, on your artwork. You just test it on the paper there, you test it in the air or whatever, right by the fan that you're working at. You test your gun before you shoot it on the artwork. So as you're cleaning, that's my opinion on it. Everybody's got their own opinion about it, but that's my opinion. Uh, so now I know I already have reducer in this. So we could take this and dump it in the gun. When I made this up, I made a lot up for the car and that. So I knew that I would have a lot of different areas to be able to shoot it. So that's why I left it in the cup. Sometimes I just make up just enough to do different things and that. Sometimes with these cups, the lid's hard to get off without getting it all over yourself. But that's alright. See how this lid is already forming bad. So before I take this lid, I'm throwing it away. But now, like I said, it's already thinned down enough. Just put it in here. I ain't gonna close it. I'm just gonna put it on there. And that's it. And that's all covered up. That's that. Let's turn this on. See how the gun's firing. It's firing alright. Shooting blue alright. That's shooting really good. And I already had tip dried. And I could see the blue on the needle. And Tim's airbrush, I love this, the way this needle sticks out. You can see the tip dried plain as day on there. Alright, so like I said, I'm just going across the top part here. And just so slightly. I want to see it on here first. Not coming up. There you go. Just so slightly. I'm gonna let that sit a little bit, then I'll throw some more on it. Then here with the silver jet compressor that I got, I do have a fisheye thing on there, and I always hit the button on that. All right, Tim, I'll see you later. Thanks for stopping by. Like I said, I have a lot of different things. I love. Don't drink. Don't drink this Gatorade. It's not good for you. I. This is my waste paint and all that I pour in here, and then I'll take it into work and dump it in their waste paint tank when I'm done with it. And we'll do it that way. But that's, you can start to see it as I put it on there, how you can see some of the blue on there. I want to get more of the blue up near there, right about to there. I don't want much over here at all, but I will take some over there. It doesn't matter. But just keep shooting. Fire it on there. See on the picture here, it has the blue really dark around the white area in that. And I believe that happened on, you could have that happen to where you draw that blue in when you put the white on there. If you do it with the paintbrush and that, I think it'll draw that blue into that area, how fine it is. If it doesn't draw it in, it doesn't draw it in. But when you put the white on there, you have that white so thin that it'll probably draw that blue in there. Just air I'm using. I think that'll be it. I like it. I like it. I like it. But I want some more blue over here. There. I think that'll work good with that blue. Now we'll see how that comes out. Hey, forgot about you. Alright, let's see what I got already. But there you go. See how that changes the bumper and that. So there we go. Now the wheels I got to do the same. I'm going to have to do the same thing. I got a nice gray there, but I have the center cap in there. So to do that, I'll do the gray first, and then we'll work on the center cap afterwards. I have to keep switching back and forth on that center cap. But I have to cut the spoke out, cut the spokes out, and have that all set. And then we'll do the gray, light gray there, and then I'll work on the center cap separately when I do that. And then, like I said, your airbrush is not going to get as small for that black area there and the black area there. My paintbrush will, but not the airbrush. But even to do the different things like that. And the same thing with the headlights. I got to do that. So when I come back to that, I'll come back to the headlight and add your light blue and then your darker blue on that. But I could do some of this stuff with the paintbrush. And the same thing down on the bumper and that. I could touch it up with the darker as with the paintbrush and that. Same thing down there. You'll see different things like that. Darker there, darker there. I could add that in with the paintbrush. And the same thing on the top here. I have to lighten that up. I'll probably take the same light of this paint and go across the top of the fender. Uh, that's fun. Very much fun. And it's a lot of it's some work to do, but I like doing cars. It's fun. Uh, I have like 6 more minutes to go. I could do, but I have that light blue in there. Um, I can go down there and do the light blue with that. Add the light blue there. See how it is there? And add the light blue back here on the back wheel. Because it does go up on that spoke. It doesn't go up on those spokes. Let's see what we got here. What I got here on the picture wise. I may get rid of some things. My flavor Gatorade, I'll put that down here so Steve doesn't drink it. This. That there. Put my soda over there, which I need a drink of because Alright, let's put this right here. That there. Give me a drink of the soda. All right. Like I said, I want to do the blue on the bottom of the wheel. And it goes to about here. I need to change this razor blade. Say, I don't know if you can see it. The point's gone off of the razor blade. That point is gone. So, we gotta change that razor blade. I might have a couple in here. I don't know which one I want to get. Maybe I'll use this one. Yeah, let's use this one. It looks nice and sharp. Yeah, back to this. Yeah, I wish I had that wood thing that Steve makes for these. No, he doesn't make them. He has a machine that makes them. I was looking for one of them turners, wood turners. They call it a lathe machine, something like that. Like a Frito Lay machine. Yeah, boy. Then again, I think about it. I like having my finger on the edge to push down. And there's like a little bit of blue right there. I'm gonna cut that. I could put that blue. I could do that. But like I said, I want to save that. Because if I do that, I gotta have a. Well, if I do that, I gotta have a magnet to do that piece. So I do have a small one, but not that small. Because here is blue right there. But I just did this blue and this blue. I can't do the back wheel. Has blue, same area. Down the bottom, there's a line going up. So we'll do. Try to do this one. Try that. I'm gonna taper that right about. Let's go there. Let's cut this here. Because I really don't want to. I can push it in and then back it off. There. There we go. Get my tape. Do that again. And my tape. There it is. I should have left that open. All right. Hey, Dave. Good seeing you. Good morning. Let's see if we can get this up here. Hopefully I get it placed in the right spot. Am I tilted up right here? I should have left that off of there. But let's see. About there like that. Looks good. Yeah, I think I got it. How you like them apples? I don't. It doesn't matter. All right, let's get there. See, I got a little opening right there. That I'm just gonna blast a little bit. I think I might blast some on the. There's a line. I got that cut out. So what we'll do. All right. Let's see what we got. ever so slightly on this. This spot here. Perfect. Now take this off and pull that back. Now just blast this corner. Not too much. Maybe about there. Just a little bit up there. That's all I want. That's it. I think that looks good. And looks like what I want. I might hit that a little bit more. Just a little bit more. There you go. That gives it the same feel. That's what I wanted. There. So we have a little bit on that. It's starting to shape up. Alright, folks. I think I went too far. Uh, Thanks for coming by. Thanks for watching. And you all have a fantastic day. Uh, Thank you for watching. Bobby, I'm leaving. I've been on for a good 2 hours now. And I didn't think I was going to be on that long. So thank you for coming by. Bobby, and thank you, Steve, Dave, and Tim. Tim was by Timothy, John, Luke, and I thank you all for watching. And like I said, I didn't think I was going to be on for 2 hours. Over 2 hours. 2 hours, 15 minutes. All right. Join. Like I said, next week I probably will not do a live stream. I got a buddy of mine's mother passed away, and next Saturday they're going to have a viewing, a special viewing, and that. And I did meet his mother and everything. Nice lady. But so thank you all for coming by, and see you the next time. Or see you on Steve's feed or Tim's feed or somebody's feed. I'll probably be watching. uh, have a good one, everybody. Bye.